It's a very important judgment, and I am happy that at various stages from 2021, 22 up to date, both in the liquor matters, both in the civil matters, both in the bail matters, in the ED matters, I was involved at different stages. So the first point is that discharge means that there is not even a case for which charges can be framed, which means there is no case to answer worth even framing charges. We are not here talking of conviction. We are not here talking of acquittal after trial. We are talking of a standard where the court finds that there is not even a case to answer. The second point is that in the current ambience of a screaming, screeching set of headlines, a narrative created, an ambience created, and a general climate of intimidation and fear, this is a bold and courageous judgment which goes by the law. It doesn't get digressed and diverted into bylanes and alleyways. Third, it deals with the arguments we made at different times for the last 4 years or 3 years, that policy is not a criminalization issue unless a direct intent and a direct skewing of policy is proved. As it is rightly put, failure is not criminality, profit is not illegality. This is criminalizing and weaponizing only for political objectives, something which is in the realm of policy, purely civil and commercial. The fifth point is about this whole practice. The whole entire design of these proceedings has always been catch people, keep them incarcerated, subject their relatives to intimidation and pressure, then suddenly they go through some laundering machine and become approvers, and upon that they get bail, and then they start making allegations against the accused. This whole narrative has been condemned and castigated by the judgment, and I think rightly so, because we had some extreme cases where people were subject to great mental pressure and then made approvers, and the court remembers and reiterates the old principle that the worst form, the lowest form of evidence is an approver's evidence, because he has a vested interest in saying what he says. They have also, I think, rightly said that a lot of the issues here are not the province of criminal courts at all. Wisdom of the policy, whether it should be a policy, whether 5% is better or 12% is better. I think all this is rightly castigated. And the institutional decision par excellence, which is multi-layered, over almost a year, it went through 10, 12 layers, including the LG's office. There was no single person with a knee-jerk thing deciding it immediately. The notes, the file proceedings show that. I think this is another legal angle, a legal facet which must be underlined and emphasized. It's a 600-page judgment. Obviously, we are not able to give you the nitty-gritty, but I think it's a vindication of law, of justice, of what vendetta politics, which is then criminalized and weaponized, with agencies sometimes acting at the behest of the master puppeteers for ulterior motives. This is what happens. क्योंकि ऐसे ही होता है कि खोदा पहाड़ निकला चूहा. ऐसे ही होता है कि जब प्रतिशोध की भावना रहते हैं तो कहना उसको कि सब लोग क्रिमिनल हैं, वो क्रिमिनलिटी में नहीं आता, एक उद्देश्य मेंस रिया में नहीं आता, इत्यादि इत्यादि. जैसा मैंने कहा कि ये 600 पन्ने का निर्णय है, इसमें इसकी बारीकियां हैं, वो देखी जाएंगी. निश्चित रूप से इस पर चुनौती भी दी जाएगी बाकी लोगों द्वारा. लेकिन आज ये एक हर्ष की बात है, क्योंकि कानून, न्याय, कानून की मजबूती, कानून के सिद्धांत की विजय हुई है. और जो नैरेटिव बनाया जाता है प्रेस के जरिए, जो राजनीतिक प्रतिशोध से बनाया जाता है, वो कई बार सच्चाई के कितना विपरीत होता है, ये इससे आता है सामने. मुझे हर्ष है कि आज ये एक निर्णय आया जिससे कि विंडिकेशन होता है, हमारी सब बहसें और दलीलें जो हुई हैं।